Gordon. Michael Ballard, but it's Gordon So.
Hey Michael, how are you?
I'm great. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Well,
Yes.
you know, as we've done this course with Randy about 7 ways to get massive leads,
Yes.
and they really work well when you integrate them
Yes.
as they build on each other, I wanted to help the viewers and the students understand a little more meat on some of them, because it's a great 30,000 viewpoint to help people get started. But now, if you could help share with about a couple of them how and why.
Absolutely, absolutely, Michael. I've seen Randy working in person right here in Toronto, and you know she's been able to, as a single mom, raising 4 boys on her own. Can you imagine?
Well, no, 2 daughters on my own for a little while was a lot.
Yes. So when people say they have no time, think of a single mom with four kids that she's trying to raise on her own, and yet she's been able to take these 7 strategies she's been talking about and build a very successful event planning business, if I could call that, in Toronto. She has dozens of events every single year. She is a 4-time #1 international best-selling author.
That I knew.
Right? She's a sought-after international speaker. And with the courses that you're talking about, she has an online course that has over 56,000 plus students.
That's of today, but
Yes.
tomorrow it could be 53,000
It just keeps-
plus 10,000 plus.
Yes.
Because the last time I looked it was 53. You now say
56,000?
56.
And it just keeps on growing, like you said.
And I looked
So-
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. And so it just keeps on growing. And so the 7 strategies she talks about, I see her implementing it every single day. You know, she talks about landing pages and sales pages. She's using that. She talks about taking books and combining that to use email marketing to grow her business. Well, that's happening to a point now where her business is exploding, and she's now become a television producer as well. So I'd love to maybe just take 1 or 2 of those
That would be perfect.
and share with you how she's been implementing it for her business,
Good.
and how some of her clients are doing the same, and perhaps how some of the students who will be taking your course can do the
Well,
same as well.
as I watch and learn, I used to do some of those things well. And
Okay,
I did
okay.
well because of it. And then there was a family health issue and another
Yes.
family health issue, and you get distracted, and I didn't juggle
Things get in
everything
the
as
way.
well as I should have.
Yes,
And so suddenly you go,
yes. Things always get in the way.
So that's why I'm so excited, because this puts it together neater and easier than I ever did it.
Yes. Okay, well, why don't we talk about one of them
Sure.
that Randy talks about, and that's writing and publishing a book.
Perfect. Okay.
So when you write and publish a book, as you know, you become an instant celebrity.
Yes, yes.
Right? For some reason, when you write a book, people just see you as a celebrity. They see you as someone who's an expert in your market or your niche. And that's exactly what Randy's done. She's gone ahead and written a book called Empowering Women to Succeed. Tough times don't last, but tough women do. Now, the way she's written this book is actually kind of pretty neat. She has 16 co-authors. So she didn't even actually write the whole book herself. She's got 16 different co-authors who each contributed a chapter. And she has a really good editor that makes sure that every chapter is written properly.
A professional as part of the
Absolutely.
team. Because
Yes.
I can write, but I need a professional editor.
Well, I'm like that, Michael. You know, English being my second language, I actually had 49% in English in high school. I hate to admit that. To a point where I was actually given a 51% just so they could promote me out of the class, out of the school. Okay? So I'm not really that good at writing. So the way Randy's done this is that the authors will write their story, but they have a coach, an actual coach that coaches them how to write, and then an editor that actually edits it properly. So when you do give a book to one of your clients, it's so well written that you're not embarrassed.
It's been a big issue with other multi-author books that I've received in the past. It's like, well, the stories are
Yes.
good, but the writing and the grammar is like, oh.
And people will judge you by that.
Oh, absolutely. So the company you
Unfortunately, they'll
keep.
judge you by that.
Doesn't
yes.
matter if you're the best chapter in the book. So
Yes.
to have that high bar
Yes,
sets it apart from many others.
absolutely. So not only has she written her first book, Tough Times Don't Last, But Tough Women Do, the success of this book has now led to 3 other books. All 3 of her books on Amazon have become #1 international bestsellers. Her first one, Tough Times Don't Last, But Tough Women Do. Her second one, I think, was called Bounce, right? Because
Yes.
it's not how hard you fall, but how high you bounce back.
Yes,
And I
yes.
know at May 30th, she's actually launching her 4th book, and it's called Leap. Okay? Now, How has the book benefited her?
Yes.
She has been able to use the book to be interviewed on other people's podcasts, on television shows, and she's actually been asked to speak at events. In fact, last week, I believe, she was asked to speak right here locally to a Tony Robbins support group. And she's been constantly being asked to speak at various different events. And I know some of her clients, because they have written a book, they've been asked to go speak at events as well.
It helps, again, part of that integrated marketing approach to position
Yes.
you as the SME subject matter expert that you are.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm not sure why, but the minute you have a book, even if you don't know what you're talking about, people just seem to think you know what you're talking about.
It's physical, it's tangible,
Yes.
it's tactile, and that's one of the important parts of the strategy.
Yes.
Online's powerful, and I'm doing online courses,
Yes.
but something physical and tangible is as important as well.
Absolutely. Michael, let me show you, if I can share with you
Please.
2 physical, tangible stories of how some of Randy's clients have been able to get more speaking engagements,
And why it's important,
why it's important, and then I want to share with you some online strategies as well.
certainly.
Okay? So she has a client in here, in fact, she's blind, can you imagine?
No,
So when people say, I have a disability, Maria, she doesn't see that as a disability at all. She's actually been in all 3 of Randy's Empowered Women's C books. And so as a best-selling author, and also a doctor of naturopath, natural medicine, she has been asked and paid to actually go speak at conventions.
of course,
Yeah.
yes.
And then there's Claudia, who comes from a very strong corporate background. And if you know the television show Dragon's Den with
Yes,
Kevin O'Leary, or
absolutely.
the US side, it's the Shark Tank.
Yes,
Well, Claudia actually left the corporate world, went on the Dragon's Den, cut a deal with Kevin O'Leary, right, Mr. Wonderful.
yeah,
And her product today is actually in all the Home Depots and Ronas across North America. But one of the things that she wanted to do was become a speaker. And so the first thing we did with her was become a published author.
Yes.
So she became a co-author with Empower Women to Succeed. And as a result of that, and through some of our speaker trainings, she's now been able to speak on stage with people like Tony Robbins,
very nice, yes,
Pitbull,
yeah,
David Johns, Mark Victor Hansen, who wrote Chicken Soup for the
Sure.
Soul. So when people say to you, when you become a published author, more doors will open up for you, and more speaking opportunities can open up for you. We've certainly seen that with Randy herself and some of her clients.
yes. It's a powerful, powerful way to help build your filters, to get the right lens on you,
Yes,
to
yes.
build your business.
absolutely. And that lens gives you so much more credibility, it gives you some PR that you don't think about.
No, exactly.
You know, Claudia, as an example, she's been interviewed not only on radio stations all across the United States, she's been on television interviews as well.
It's a powerful way
Yes.
to get the attention you need to spread your message.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it's good, very
Yeah.
good.
So Michael, that's a physical book,
Right.
that you can actually sell or you can actually give away to generate leads. Now, what I want to talk about is, what about online?
Oh, well, that's very big too.
Yes,
Books are old school to some people's way of thinking, but I don't think so. We still want to hold, and we know that the sale of electronic reading devices, iPads and others, are slowing down to be used just to read electronically, and hardcover, softcover, is coming slowly up.
well, people are definitely buying hardcover and softcover books, right? Because you look at Amazon, how big they are. And I remember being in New York City about this time last year, and it's amazing. While people are talking about brick and mortar stores closing down, which they are. When you look at the Targets of the world, you look at so many different brick and mortar stores that are closing down, and yet you have Barnes & Noble, not Barnes & Noble, but Amazon actually opening up physical stores all over the place, so it proves that people still want a physical book.
We want to touch it.
They want to touch it. So now let's go to online for this.
Yes, absolutely.
What Randy's been able to do, as you know, she talks about sales pages and landing pages. She's actually been able to build a sales and landing page and give away a copy of her book. Is that neat?
It is.
So one of the strategies that she has is she builds a sales landing page and she gives away a copy of her book for free. So people go there and they'll download a copy of the book for free. So what she's doing is, in effect, she's actually building a mailing list.
Yes, because you have to sign
Yes.
up to get the book for free, but the book is good value.
Is that amazing?
In a world of ridiculousness, feeding your head with positive, life-affirming,
Yes.
useful stories is a very vital strategy.
Yes.
I teach resiliency when I'm not doing this.
It's amazing.
It is. It's
So,
powerful.
it's not salesy, it's
No.
not pushy. People go and download a copy of her book, and the minute they download a copy of her book, there's actually a thank you page. And that thank you page encourages them to buy something else. Now, let me give you an example of a specific campaign she's working on right
Okay.
now. So next week she has a women's expo and business conference. There's hundreds of folks coming through and dozens of vendors who are going to be there.
And high caliber presenters with valid information to use.
Absolutely.
I've been.
Thank you, Michael. So what she's doing is this. She has a sales page where she's, through email campaigns, through her social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, she's driving people to that sales page. She's giving people the opportunity to download the book for free. And then on the thank you page, she immediately upsells them to claim a free ticket to the expo. Is that amazing?
It is.
And once they get a ticket, once they register for a free ticket to the expo, it again thanks them for registering for a ticket to the expo. And then there's an upsell that gets them to either buy a lunch or buy a VIP ticket lunch. So her recent campaign, just to give you an example, out of 44 people that download a copy of the book, one will go on to buy a VIP ticket lunch. It's pretty neat, isn't it?
It is.
So if she wants to scale that up, so if she wants 10 people to buy a ticket lunch, she now knows she's got to get 10 times that amount of
Bigger funnel.
signups.
Yes.
So if she has 440 people sign up, she's going to have 2 ticket sales. If she has 4,444 people sign up for a free book, she's going to have over 40 ticket sales. So if the ticket sales are $90 each times 40, my math is terrible, Michael, as you can appreciate. Let's call it $100. So 40 times 100, that's like $4,000 in income from just giving away a copy of her book.
Yeah.
Not to mention the folks who have now signed up, those 4,000 people, she can now actually nurture, continue to add value, and then eventually sell them something else.
Because you're building trust. Through the
Absolutely.
quality and the
Building trust.
caliber of the book, the luncheon, the conference, it all is an integrated approach.
Yes.
And that's why I think it is about building massive leads, because when you give things away,
Yes.
in
just
our world of
give,
pay,
Yes.
it's about give,
Yes.
and it sort of makes people go, but what do
Yes.
you really want?
Yes.
I want you to be happier, healthier, more successful. I'm paraphrasing Randy, but
Yes, absolutely.
And it works for her.
Absolutely. So Michael, thank you so much for the opportunity to
It's
be here.
great to have you
I
here.
hope this helps some of the folks taking the course.
I'm sure it
And,
will.
You know, when Randy talks about you can give away books for free, you can give away free tickets to events, the answer is yes, that works. And if you have other products and services that you can create a value and you build that trust, then you have people lining up to buy from you, because we've always heard the expression that people don't want to be sold.
No,
They just want to buy.
yes.
They just want to buy. So as
Yes.
long as you provide that value, they can buy from you.
And they want to feel safe. They don't want to feel pushed, rushed, because that I was taught a long time ago in sales that if you feel pushed or rushed, there's distrust.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when you get it for free and it's
Yes.
high value, like
Yes,
electronic book
absolutely.
copy, it's like, wow,
Yes.
this person's not normal. And that's the nice thing about this model is it's not normal. It's
Yeah.
a reverse of what a lot of others do.
Absolutely. So those 2 strategies of books and sales and landing pages definitely builds
Very
credibility,
important.
definitely builds your list, and can definitely build an income for you.
Thanks, Gordon, for
You're
dropping
very
in.
welcome,
Most
Michael.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.